mano está todo el mundo, en su mano está todo el mundo, en su mano está.
So when you write your verses now, are you more competitive? Like, do you think, man, when someone hears this verse, I want them to think this, or I want them to feel this?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm writing, especially now with, or even before, with people in mind. I've written a lot of songs for my brother, for my family. Be All Right was originally for my brother during the pandemic, and in Spanish it was actually written with Remil's, Latin hip hop artist, and with people in mind all over Latin America, that we were talking about just the amount of anxiety and depression that is this wave that has kind of taken over in a lot of places. And so we were thinking about that, and now I'm trying to think of also like just the point that I'm at. I'm the newlywed. We have our struggles, we have our ups and downs, and the incredible adventure that is marriage, and also like how hard it is to blend two lives. And so just the dependency on God, and also just writing in a way that other people can relate to that, because the more specific I am about my life, I think actually people really relate to that. And so I try not to be like too general in music, because if it's just like, I'm going through this storm and you'll pull me through, everyone can say, okay, I can relate to a storm and issue my life, but it's not compelling. And so I want my music to be compelling, that someone to be like, hey, you know what? That's exactly how I feel.
That's cool. Well, and I was going to say, too, you've gotten to travel all over the world. You've gotten to try new things, do a lot of different things that maybe the general person may not have the experience to do. What's some of the behind the scenes of you? Like, what's some of the passions that you have outside of music that just make you come alive?
Mm. I mean, first of all, I think it's people. I think like a songwriter here in Nashville told me that in order to write, you have to live. And so if you're not like, you're not around people and you're not hearing their experiences, hearing their struggles, their victories, it's really hard to write music. I don't sit here and like, I write actually really well when I hear someone like, when a friend comes over and we write together, because I can hear their struggles and I can start kind of playing with that idea. When it's, I know my struggles so personally, and sometimes I feel like, well, I've already written about that. I've already written about that. And so, that really helps me write and it just as an artist, like articulate things. Also, I try to be healthy. I try to, be outside, and like, I've gotten into rock climbing. I've been into cycling, just things that kind of get me, into a different headspace. Yeah. Because, especially living in Nashville, it's like an office, you write 10 to 4, you write every day in a certain way. And it's nice to go with people that, they don't know the rules. They don't, say, oh, well, that doesn't work because it doesn't rhyme perfectly. Well, like I never had an A&R. I'm not signed to a label. So, what's worked has just been natural and organic. And I think that's kind of the thing that really, you got to hustle. You definitely got to hustle. And I think that anybody who's on Boost has probably hustled really hard, but it's also something that's like, this is who I am. Right. And I can't really fit myself into a little box.
Right. Yeah. That's so good. And that is so encouraging too, for anyone who's trying to fit into a box. Because what I got from that was just be authentically yourself worked out for you. Like being you has worked out for you.
Well, yeah. And I think as a Christian, you understand that being you is not enough in and of yourself.
Right.
But laying your life down and submitting yourself to Christ is what, and then being yourself.
Correct.
Being the person that God's designed you to be.
Yes.
Is actually a lot better than, who you are by yourself. Because a lot of people, they take that freedom and they think, oh, well, this is just who I am. Right. Well, actually, like who I am is not that great. And I really, really, really well, I'm grateful and I need God's grace on my life. And then I can start really expressing who I am in light and with the filter of God's grace.
I probably should have clarified that. Being you when it comes to your writing style.
Yeah.
And being you too. That's good. That's good.
I
Both
wasn't
are
going to
great.
cut you off with preaching. I mean, I'm always down for a word. You know what I'm saying? But being you when it came to your writing style definitely worked out for you.